Hey there, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the number one podcast in the entire known and unknown universe.
Meta and physical.
The meta and the physical. The Web 2, the Web 3, all the way back to Web 1. Welcome to Group Chat. We got a lot to talk about today. And we're going to talk about some Web 3 stuff. I think that it's only right. This is the first episode. If you've really been with us for a long time, you've heard a lot about this topic, but it's the first episode where, we got to start planning for Coachella.
Woo!
Woohoo! We made it. We were fresh off of Omicron. We got some fresh antibodies, and we got a hot Coachella lineup that we want to talk about. And I'm just so excited for Phoebe Bridges personally, and I can't.
Or
I
the
can't
plant.
Wait.
Or the plant.
Or the plant. We're going to talk about who the mysterious industry plant is at Coachella. So we have that, and we have a lot of other topics, a lot of good business topics today. And we're going to talk about why in the near future you should not count on there to be a doctor available when you go to the hospital. We think it's over. So we're going to tell you why. We're going to tell you a hot new career path that every young person is taking a look at. You guys ready? I'll give you a clue. Dolphin. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's get into it. Hey guys.
Hello. What's going on?
Welcome to Group Chat.
Woo!
Woohoo! Okay, so we got a lot to talk about. It's almost the weekend. Do you want to just jump right into news? Does anyone have anything they want to update us on about their lives?
No, just good. Everything's great. No school, no nanny.
Just exhaustion.
No, nothing. It's
just exhaustion.
It's just full-blown explosion.
Here's the question. We talked about it a little bit, but can we go ahead and place our bets? Is this spring just herd immunity, Coachella, just everyone's happier than ever?
Well, by the way, we actually should talk about that. Coachella lineup is officially announced.
Yeah. Looks pretty hot.
I mean, so the three headliners are Harry Styles, Billie Eilish, and Ye.
Jesus.
So, I mean, no interest in Harry Styles. I'm sure he's a fine fellow. Not interested in seeing 5 seconds of his show.
I agree. But that's the first night.
Tim, you like Harry Styles?
I love Harry Styles.
I was trying to figure out, is he that big? He should be headlining fucking Coachella?
Yeah, he is that big. But what's interesting is Coachella doesn't put on. He is an industry plant. He's literally the epitome of a plant that's headlining Coachella. He was picked out of a reality music show on One Direction, and
Put
then
this on TikTok.
I like this take.
Yeah.
I like this take.
Yeah.
Keep going.
It's a hot take. Keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. So when our friend made a comment that we were like, it should have been Bruno Mars, and they said, oh, people think Bruno Mars is corny. And I was like, if Bruno Mars is corny, Harry Styles what is he? He's literally plucked from obscurity, put with 4 other good-looking British boys, and they said, we're going to make you rich and famous. Simon Cowell is the featuring act at fucking Harry Styles' show in Coachella. It should be Randy Jackson. That's going to be a no for me, dog. I mean, what is this?
At the end of the show, he does the whole show, and then Randy Jackson comes out.
Yeah. I mean, guess what? He's headlining Coachella.
He won. No, I agree. So I just don't want Coachella to be on its high horse that they're picking these obscure fucking artists that are rock stars. No, you're like everybody else. Yeah.
It's just a commercial mainstream. Coachella. Yeah, it's a commercial mainstream festival.
Yeah.
It's who can we go on Kiss FM, iHeartRadio and find who streams the most? And that's Coachella.
Yeah, because
they want the biggest artists in the world. And then maybe you get some the next Odd Future over at the whatever tent at 2 p.m.
Exactly. No, look.
Go see that if you're such a purist. You go out there in the sun at 2 p.m.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely not a purist, so I don't care about that. I just, obviously, I like hip hop, so Kanye I'm excited for. There's a ton of great hip hop artists like Baby Keem and Megan Thee Stallion and whatever. But then when you start looking at all those other lines on the list, not that like I'm going to go watch any of those people, but like, I just don't know any of the names. I've never heard of Phoebe Bridges.
No, I think...
what genre of music is that?
It's indie folk.
Okay, yeah. That's white people.
It's stuff you can cry to.
Yeah, that's very
Phoebe. Dee posted, I don't know if it was on Twitter or Instagram, it's if you can recognize the names that are the lower font, you're just an annoying person with music.
That's what Dee said?
Well, no, that was a meme.
It's a meme
that Tank Sinatra posted.
That's what I used to count on the Young and Reckless office for.
Yeah.
You know, like all of our graphic designers would be like, oh my God, Phoebe.
Yeah, Phoebe Bridges performing. I'm gonna cry.
I think we're past that.
We're detached. This is one of the things of work from home, man. This is one of the side effects.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, but even if we were in the office together, I'm not listening to indie folk.
Yeah, but the design room is blasting Phoebe Bridges, and you're like,
and then
what's that?
Yeah, I mean, didn't you discover like random shit? You just went on like top charts, and I forget what was the artist we did something with Reckless with, and you're like, oh man, this is the guy. And
I mean, Post Malone happened that way.
Yeah.
So
Post Malone was like obscure, like White Iverson SoundCloud, and
yeah,
Dee.
Exactly,
and credit to Dee. Dee was at the South by Southwest barbecue, like Post Malone, you gotta work with us, and it worked.
By the way, I have this amazing picture I was showing Dre, his manager, a month ago. Dre and Post wanted to meet Nas at the South by Southwest event. So I introduced them and I took a picture of Post meeting Nas and it showed up on my timeline. And I was like, this guy had no tattoos. So crazy. Like none on his face. Like nothing. It was just a clean cut.
He wasn't tired yet.
Yeah, he wasn't tired.
He wasn't tired. He was wide awake at that point.
But I am excited about Coachella. I feel like it's going to be like the most... Coachella is already the most expensive weekend of the year for me at least. This year with the amount of wealth, what?
Well, I would just say like even if you're like a kid coming from the Midwest, like Coachella is really not a cheap thing for anyone unless you want to camp or something.
But even then, it's just like
it's still 4 figures. Even if you camp.
Yeah, unless you're literally like pitching a tent off the freeway.
No, but aren't the tickets $500 even GA? So like
for it to be even
$1,000.
A bearable experience is $2,000.
Yeah.
No, bearable is I would say livable. Yeah, like you survive.
Livable, correct.
You get to live. You can survive for $2,000.
$2,000 you can survive.
You'll have food, shelter. And
God forbid it's one of those cold Coachellas. You're toast.
Oh my God. Okay, sorry, but yeah, keep going.
But yeah, I mean, I think I just feel like it's just going to be so expensive because the amount of like just wealth that's been made in the last 2 years, and it's a lot of the wealth has been concentrated towards younger people, and everyone loves to make fun of Coachella, and all the memes will come out. Everyone in the world wants to be there.
I mean, I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll be there 100%. I'm 41 years old and I'll be fucking right there.
I'm curious, like Billie Eilish has a young audience. Harry Styles has a young audience. Kanye is like for the old folks.
Oh, it's old. Yeah. He's like our Rolling Stone. You know when like Rolling Stones are performing Coachella.
So,
it's just like
you said Anand, when you were at that Baby Keem show, like wasn't that a lot of young people? And you said they treated Kanye like literally God
Kanye
came back to Earth.
Transcendent.
No, totally. No, my point is I know for a fact when we go to Coachella, Dee and I will not be watching Harry Styles or Billie Eilish. We will be gone. Long gone.
Yeah, but
I think Dee might watch Billie Eilish.
I'd watch 15
No, he's
minutes.
not.
I'll be at the party.
Dude, that's like 1:30, 1 in the morning. He needs to be at the Revolve House or Bootsy House or wherever.
That's true.
Whatever house.
I'll be at a house.
That's true.
But frankly, let's be honest, we're not going for the music.
No. I don't give a shit about who's performing.
I go for the music, bro. I don't know what you go for.
Yeah, right. You may not make it to the festival.
I haven't the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's my point. I mean, I think for the most part, we're going because it's just fun.
Yeah,
it's just
very
fun.
And it's just like nostalgia at this point. Like you have to keep going.
Yes.
It's like tailgating for your favorite like college football team. Like you just do it year after year after year.
Exactly. Tailgating is the perfect example. Like there's people that are 80 years old still tailgating at like University of freaking Georgia.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. I'll be that guy.
Yeah. Do you think that like if you obviously we're very fortunate in the way that we do Coachella isn't the I would say quote unquote normal way, but if you had to get rid of all but one thing, just social thing for your whole year, do you think Coachella would be the winner? Like, let's say you have Coachella, Super Bowl, All-Star. I mean, you have those handful of huge events. Art Basel.
I
think Coachella's top for me.
Yeah. And I thoroughly enjoy Super Bowl weekend, but like, I don't know, like,
something about the Palm Springs
Super Bowl could kick rocks. I mean, go to Coachella all day.
For our experiences over the last decade, no one remembers any performance. It's like the Sprinter van where everyone's like yelling and screaming.
Yeah. It's so fun. I have every year for the last decade the same photo of us all in the Sprinter van, like on the way to the thing. I have literally 10 of them.
And it has nothing to do with music. Nothing to do with music.
Zero. We go to the festival for 2 hours.
It's the same thing.
Del Taco and a Sprinter van.
I can't even tell you who played in the Super Bowl last year. I don't even remember. Who did the Bucks play?
I don't know, but you remember that Revolve party.
Well, we didn't go.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I don't remember any Super Bowl. I just know Tom Brady's usually in it, and that's it.
McDonald's party down at the whatever mansion.
Yeah,
Merv remember
Griffin
that
house.
very well. Yeah. I'm just excited. I really feel like this year around Coachella time, it's gonna feel a little bit like the old days.
Yeah,
Ami's over.
No. I want people to be like. I like that everyone buys outfits and does all that. I love it all. I love the whole shenanigans of it.
Whole shenanigans. But I think COVID, I think this is perfect timing. Like, let's get all the COVID out of the way and then have a great spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think by Super Bowl, that'll be the jump start.
I was joking with Anthony and Anand yesterday. I'm like, just because the amount of rich people that are going to come and drive up the prices, I'm like, we're gonna be staying in Rancho Cucamonga. Like, we gotta leave an hour before just to come.
Yeah, we should start looking for houses now.
There's
gonna be so much NFT and fucking crypto and fucking Board Asphalt Yacht Club. There's gonna be so much Board Ape fucking Desert Club. Oh my god, it's gonna look like fucking one of those Silicon Valley episodes.
Just weird people dressed up as NFTs.
As a whale, a crypto whale. Anyway,
honestly, if you talk about the metaverse or Web3 or Coachella and I see you, I'm punching you in the fucking face. I don't want to hear any about that bullshit. No one wants to hear that shit. We want to have fun. We want to drink. We want to dance. We want to listen to music. You bring up Web3. If there's a Web3 fucking meetup at Coachella, I'm calling the police.
Bro, there's going to be 50 of them.
I'm calling them. I'm going to say they all have drugs on them. Arrest them.
You'll probably
and then
be
all go to jail.
I have a hot take. I have a hot take on NFTs. I've texted a handful of friends. I think it's one of the biggest fraudulent Ponzi schemes we've seen.
Well, I mean, I don't think you're the only one who thinks that.
I'm going to be honest.
I think it's going to crash. I think it's going to crash pretty significantly.
I can get behind
Broke Ape Yacht Club.
Yeah.
By Coachella, they're not going to be able to make the payment for that.
They'll all be at the hotel, the Holiday Inn. Maybe they'll be in Rancho Cucamonga.
Hopefully they stay out of Palm Springs.
Yeah. All right.
I'm serious. No Web3 fucking meetups at Coachella.
I just pictured like a scuffle, like you're in a crowd, there's a scuffle and like, oh shit, it's Dee fighting. Like, what happened? Like, the guy asked if we wanted to talk about Web3. He said he had a strict boundary.
I'm going to make sure it's fuck Web3 for Coachella. Yeah, that's going to be the web. It's going to be a tie-dye shirt,
10,000
tie-dye tank top that you could wear.
Don't ask me about Web3.
Yeah. Fuck you and Web3.
Yeah. That would you would probably sell 10,000 of those. Oh my God. Okay. Speaking of, Web3 things and especially the world of crypto, Citadel, who is, that's ran by Ken Griffin, who was the big, I would say enemy number one, probably. Like I would say like the big bad final boss in the whole GameStop thing was Ken Griffin. Like I think Vlad was kind of a bit of a pawn, even though he was very hated. But Ken Griffin, I think, was looked at as like the big dog. He also outbid the Constitution DAO. So he's got some beef, in that sort of world. But Citadel, which he runs, is now getting into the crypto space. So I don't know. I mean, to me, when I read this, I read, this guy's not dumb, like he's playing the game. I kind of felt like we had a debate about this, like, oh, that's kind of dumb. Don't go against, internet culture, Reddit culture, all that stuff. They're going to constantly attack you. But obviously, he's down to play the game here with crypto. But do you guys see it different?
Yeah, I mean, I think strategically for both sides, he took money from serious crypto players.
And he took money from Sequoia and Paradigm. So Sequoia is arguably the best investment firm in technology in the last ever. Literally ever. And Paradigm, which is a crypto fund that I'm an investor in. So I own Citadel.
You're a piece of the puzzle.
Anand Griffin. Can I ask you a quick question? Why does a fund give another fund money to invest in crypto when they invest in crypto?
I've asked this question to a handful of friends. I have no fucking idea.
I think it's just more of like, you know what it is? I
fucking own Citadel. Fuck you, fucking Reddit guys.
But you know what it is? It's just let's all be aligned. That's what it all comes down to. And it's at the end of the day, this is a prime example why crypto is not truly ever going to be decentralized. Ken Griffin is essentially the bad guy.
I mean, crypto's as centralized as it gets.
Yes.
It's the most centralized
it's just not centralized around the government. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Centralized among really successful investors.
I mean, Ken Griffin
and Jason Horowitz, Paradigm, Sequoia, like you name your fucking most successful technology investor. There's nothing decentralized about what's going on. That's why I think like this NFT thing is like a complete sham because the centralized guys aren't a part of it yet.
Yeah.
And they're going to it's just going to get smoked out.
Yeah.
You have to have the centralized guys part of it.
Yeah. If Ken Griffin doesn't have an ape, it ain't going to work.
Yeah.
Where's Ken Griffin's ape?
It's a Web 2, Web 3. We're Web 2.5.
2.25.
Web 3 is off to a rocky start.
Yeah.
No,
you know what I mean? Like it literally was like Web 3, and then it was like Zuckerberg's kind of fucking it up. Now all the rich guys are arguing on Twitter. Now is it decentralized or not? Like it's rocky. It's real rocky.
It's real rocky. But I mean, I really kind of understand why Sequoia would be a part of Citadel. I'm really curious why Paradigm is, and I have no idea. Maybe they have like some sort of plans to like build out a crypto desk at Citadel. It's really interesting because Paradigm's only 3 years old. I think we invested in 2018. Sequoia's been around forever. So like them taking a stake and Alfred Lin, who's like, he's now going to be on the board of Citadel. That makes a little more sense. So I don't know.
Maybe it's just access to capital that Citadel down the line thinks they can allocate money to I don't know. Or maybe
or Citadel just looking for like flow from Paradigm. Like, hey, tell us where everything's going.
Yeah.
But why would that benefit Paradigm? More money to play with, but they're the ones giving money. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, no, I don't. They're really smart guys, so I think they're probably figured it out.
We just don't know. We'll find out.
I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, it's
so like this fantasy of decentralized.
I mean, Ken Griffin is literally
he's centralized.
He's centralized.
He's the enemy.
He took your constitution and shoved it
and owns like all the like.
He's been wiping his ass with it.
And he owns like all the most expensive penthouses in New York City.
Everywhere. He has the most expensive house in like every state.
Centralized.
Centralized housing. It's a joke.
And people are fucking around on Sandbox thinking that real estate's worth anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I think the real estate at the Mandarin Oriental or wherever the fuck Ken Griffin owns is probably worth something.
Yeah. This guy's buying fucking real estate while everyone else is fucking around in the sandbox. Look, I do think Web3, I think we all do, like there's definitely something there. Like there's definitely like, it looks like the future there, but it just feels like it's off to a real rough start.
Well, I just think, I don't think it's off to a rough start per se. I just don't think this fantasy of decentralization is real.
No, I also think it's really similar to ICOs in 2018. So ICOs was individuals kind of pumping and dumping. And
which, by the way, just side quick thing is Kim Kardashian and Floyd just got sued for doing that.
Yeah, I saw that. The Ethereum Max.
Yeah.
They just made up a fucking name.
It was a fraud from a mile away.
So here's the point that I'm trying to make is that the ICO pump and dump in 2018 was individuals. So it all got smoked out. Everything was down 90%. The difference with crypto in the last 12 months was institutions get to pump and dump, and that's okay. So Solana gets to pump, and it won't go down 90%. Because institutions are behind it. So unless Web3 has institutions behind it, this is all going to crater.
Yeah.
You need the centralized players to pump and stabilize because individuals can't do it.
So are we saying that like it's still in this system, you need the money, you need the big dogs. Like it can't just be this like wild west.
100%. It can't right now, right? In 2021, it can't. So, I mean, I've been in crypto for a decade. The only reason Bitcoin started to actually become a real asset, same with Ethereum, was institutions got behind it.
Yeah.
So until institutions get behind NF3's Sandbox and all this stuff, and it's all gonna fucking crash. Yeah. And what actually needs to happen is they actually need to crash so that we know where there's a price where people believe this asset exists. So Bitcoin has gone through this exercise, 4 or 5 times in the last 12 years that it's crashed and we're like, okay, there's a price where people believe this needs to exist.
Yeah.
And it happened in March in 2020, which I think was the most, by far the most seminal moment of Bitcoin when the entire world was crashing. The stock market was down 30, 40%. Bitcoin was down, I think, 70, 80% within a week. And there was a floor. At $3,000, people believe Bitcoin should exist. And people bought it. So it's just a collective belief. NFTs haven't gone through that. Sandbox hasn't gone through that. None of this shit has gone through that. Until they go through that massive correction where people believe there's a price that this shit should exist, I don't believe in any of it.
Yeah. That's fair. Good take. Good ending to that topic.
Okay.
That was a real pin in it. By the way, Anand, just, like I don't want to even push back or really fuck with you because I saw the boxing video.
Oh, Anand's boxing video?
Yeah. I see you doing the boxing. I saw the photos. I saw the boxing thing that we posted.
The Tarek.
Oh, the Tarek thing. Yeah.
So, I mean, looking good.
Oh, you like my stance?
I'll keep my distance. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about good old Ford.
Yeah.
Let's get out of Web3 for a minute. Let's go back to good old built Ford tough.
Yeah.
America. They've broken a record. Their market cap has topped $100 billion for the first time ever. Why? What's going on? Why is there so much faith in Ford?
I think it's just that they're kind of rolling the electric car. Like I think what happened was when Tesla came out, everyone else was so far behind. Mm-hmm. Tesla's still probably way ahead of everyone. Most cars still sold in this country are not electric. So there's still so much opportunity. And like I said, I think, and I've said this before, the electric car opportunity is so big because everyone has different preferences on what cars they want to drive. Like it'll always be like that, right? Yeah. So if as long as it's electric, if that's your baseline need, then you want options. Not like everyone who got a Tesla, maybe their second time buying an electric car is not a Tesla. They may go get a Porsche. They may go get a Ford.
And I think about it, if you're just think about like, this is a weird analogy, but I'm going to try to make it make sense. Like Trump versus the rest of the country.
Yeah.
If you're a Midwest person that has money, you're like, fuck them coastal elites and their Tesla.
Yeah.
I want a Ford electric car.
Yeah.
I'm getting an
Exactly.
F-150.
Right?
That's how I am. I want an F-150 electric.
Yeah. It would fit your. I know it's a Praying for Exits hat, but it looks like a Bass Pro Shops hat, and you're talking about wanting a Ford F-150. It fits. It fits the brand.
Just come out of it.
Yeah, there's plenty of people that don't want to identify with Tesla. Tesla's going to be a massive company, and that's fine. But there's plenty of people that don't want to identify because Tesla is a coastal elite brand.
Yeah,
it's a bunch of fucking VCs and rich people in LA and New York that drive Teslas. Web3.
Yeah. Web3 starter kit. You got to get that.
Yeah, if you got to have a Tesla for your Web3 starter kit.
Yeah, but if you're just like someone that made a fuck ton of money selling corn in the Midwest, you're probably not going to want a Tesla.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of those
you're
people
also holding on to gasoline until you die.
So Tesla in 2020 did 31 billion. Ford did 127 billion. There's a lot of revenue to go toward electric still.
And Tesla's $1 trillion company and Ford's $100 billion company.
They did 120 something billion in revenue?
Yeah.
Why is their market cap only 100 billion then?
I mean, it's also like you have to understand.
It's the same as Rivian.
But it's declining. the sales have been declining.
Yeah.
Ford's sales have been declining.
Got it. Okay. Well, I mean, I agree with you 100%. I mean, let me ask you this. Do you think 10 years from now, what percentage of cars on the road are electric?
I think the majority.
Yeah.
10 years? Probably half.
Yeah. Over 50%.
Yeah. I still think a lot of people nostalgic are going to want,
Just want to go to the pump.
Want to just hit the pump up, destroy their own little piece of ozone layer.
But by the way, if you have like a old school like Porsche, you're going to want to keep it.
That's true. I mean, people still buy like diesel cars. That's just going to be worth a
fortune. Those cars are going to be worth a fortune. Gas stations aren't going anywhere. So sure, some will go. Not all of them.
Imagine like 2 decades from now, it'll be like trying to get film developed. Like you'll have to go to that one old gas station out in Vernon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just don't see everyone having an electric car. I think.
When do we see the equivalent of a gas station of just an electric pump?
I mean, they're kind of everywhere though.
No, like, just a corner in Beverly Hills. You get.
The problem is we're giving away electricity for free. They got to charge for it. That's
you pay at those Tesla things, right? At those Tesla chargers, you pay.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, those aren't free.
So I know there's one at the Trader Joe's down the street. So you have to pay for that.
So I don't know how that works, but I mean, like those when you see those Tesla like supercharged stations.
Yeah.
You pay for those. And like one of the things that they throw in when you buy a Tesla is like X amount of free charging time or whatever. But so I would imagine, that money, someone's paying for that. So each one of those machines, I would assume.
But there's no snacks.
There's no snacks.
There's no snacks.
Coastal elite snacks with your charging.
What they should build is like things to do. I mean, it takes like however long, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes to charge. They should be like little Tesla, like, you can play some skee ball or something.
Or get in a cold plunge.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're into. There's like a hyperbaric
they should just put a Peloton next to Tesla. Goes, get a workout while you wait your car charged.
Yeah, they should.
I'm sure a lot of coastal elites will do that.
Yeah. Okay. Next up in the world of old school cars, GM. I don't know. Scary news for Carvana. Even our guy, what was that company called that was on
Car Tracker?
Car Tracker. I mean, hey, we love Car Tracker, but I'm just saying GM's on you. They're obviously noticing, people making a killing in that world. And so they are launching their own, website or platform to kind of get into that business. It looks like they're going to, essentially like aimed at helping used car dealers get their inventory online. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like the big dogs are starting to pay attention here.
Yeah, this is big because like my guess is with the amount of like money that was made in used cars over the last 2 years, GM probably said, we could do this. We have all the inventory. People are trading in their cars every single day in our dealerships. So they're launching Car Bravo. which will allow their dealers to put their used cars online, and it'll be GM and non-GM cars. Clearly, there's just insatiable demand for used cars. This is going to work. I don't see how this doesn't work.
Carvana, and then you naming yours Car Bravo. It's a dick move.
I don't care for the name. Car Bravo is just weird.
Yeah, but they just, man, I don't know. I'm curious what happens here. You see this happen all the time, and sometimes the people who started it, the Carvanas and the car trackers of the world do just fine because GM fumbles it or does it wrong or whatever. Or maybe there's so much business that these guys can still make a killing.
I think there's so much business. I think there's so much business that everyone's going to make money. Yeah. Because as long as you have the cars, you win. No one has any loyalty to anybody or anything. They just want the damn car.
What's fascinating is in this world of what perceived as this Web3 nonsense, and then no one's going to work, no one's doing everything, but everyone needs a car to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Ford's on fire.
You know why you're going?
You're driving to your Web3 meetup.
Oh my God. Oh, that's so annoying.
How the fuck are you going to get there? You ain't going to fly.
Why are cars in unbelievable demand? If no one's working, everyone's in Web3. What's going on?
Where the fuck is everyone going? Everyone's Instacarting. Where are you going?
That is a great question. And by the way, there's no traffic either. I've been driving around for 2 weeks. There's no one anywhere.
Yeah, we gotta get to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Why does everyone need a new car?
I think people want used cars, according to this article.
They want they just want cars.
Why the fuck do you need a car? I'm really curious.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll try to get to the bottom of that as well. I'm just gonna go interview some people driving down Hollywood Boulevard.
Where are you going?
Where the fuck are you going?
It's 3:30. Why the fuck are you on Sunset?
Yeah, I want to know. Okay. Did you guys see Charli D'Amelio made like $20 million last year?
Yeah.
Jesus. So there's this article about some of the top TikTok star earners. I don't know. I mean, on one hand, I'm like, holy shit. I guess on the other hand, I'm really not surprised. But I mean, these TikTokers are making bank.
Yeah. So
TikTok is it. I mean, I don't know how many times we have to say it from different angles, but holy cow. I mean, I would say wouldn't you think, I don't know how to say this. It's almost like, I feel like the same way we joked about how young kids today, are more likely to say that they want to be YouTubers, vloggers, gamers, as opposed to athletes, actors, lawyers, banker, whatever. I mean, the career path of TikToker must have just exploded. You would think that probably every little kid wants to be a TikToker now.
So check this out. Charli D'Amelio rumored that she brought in $17.5 million last year. Her sister, Dixie, rumored to bring in $10 million a year. The average median pay, the median pay for CEOs of S&P 500 companies was $13 million. So if I'm 15 years old and my goal is to be rich, and there's so many paths, do you know how hard it is to be a CEO of S&P 500 company?
But how hard is it to be the D'Amelio sisters?
I agree. But
I'd also like to know what the average age or the median age is of Fortune 500 CEOs. It takes 50 years.
Okay, but let's say it literally takes 50 years. If you take 10 years to go be a TikTok,
dance your fucking ass off.
That's 2 years. It was 2 years.
So obviously Forbes, we have no idea. I think Forbes is the biggest bullshit of all time when it comes to what people are earning. Yeah. So I would say the range for Charli is 15 to 30 million.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
I would say 10 to 30. Yeah. It's that
low. I don't think it's below 10.
No way.
And I don't think it's above 30.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And probably Dixie's probably 5 to 15 or 5 to 20, whatever.
Yeah.
It's still a fuck ton of money. My question to you guys is, where's the drop off? So they're clearly one of their N of one, right? It's them. And then what is the person with 15 million followers make? Or 10 million followers?
It's substantially less. It's definitely
they're making $100,000
at the top.
But is this only on TikTok? Is this only TikTok?
Well, no. If you just extrapolate. If they have 15 million on TikTok, they probably have X on YouTube, X on Instagram.
Okay, but are you only talking about TikTok stars? No, because YouTube stars, there's hundreds of YouTube stars that make millions of dollars. Hundreds. It's not 10.
Yeah, that might be right too. I don't know. 15 million, my guess would be you make a few $100,000 a year.
But I don't think there's more than like 20 kids on TikTok that have north of 10 million followers that aren't like celebrities.
Yeah.
Like just
birth
random
on the platform.
Birth on the platform. Like,
but don't you think there will be in 5 years or in 2 years, the same way YouTube was that way?
Potentially, but I'm curious what the drop off, like, sure, D'Amelio's get X. What is like someone else in the house that only has 10 million followers get for an ad read?
Yeah, but I think the point being is there's 500 S&P 500 CEOs, right? There are, if you take
that is
TikTok,
the right math.
Yes, that is the right math. There could be a co-CEO in there too. If you took YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram,
it's over 500. I get your point.
That are making 10 plus. If I'm a young person, figures, you have a better chance. I'm taking over 5 million.
But you have to be good looking, right?
No, there's some ugly ass Twitch people. Twitch is filled with ugly people.
I don't think you have to be good looking. I think that's one route.
Yeah.
Like I think funny works. I think educational works. I think, I think cooking. Think of all the people making money off of cooking, off of baby products, off like whore your kid out.
Yeah.
Get your little 3-year-old doing toy reviews. Bam, you're the next Brian or whatever the fuck.
The biggest TikTok followers, the young kids, they're all in perfect shape. They're all relatively
No, you're just looking at one. I think you're only looking at one cohort. Okay. There's a group that does other stuff. Kind of, it's like a mini version of YouTube. And I would argue that this is like YouTube early days. Where like, maybe 10 people make a lot right now. I think next year 40 do. And I think, as long as TikTok keeps growing. But
I will say, the evolution of it is basically TikTok is the dumbing of the dumbest down, meaning like at least YouTube, you have to put a 20-minute video out. You have to do an 8-second dance on TikTok.
You have to use like editing software for YouTube at least. TikTok, you just fucking...
Yeah, but
just do like...
We're also seeing that's the
24K golden and boom, you're fucking...
Why are you always in a mood? Bam, there's 10 million.
So I think,
and the artists are getting screwed. They're the ones making the music that all these fucking kids are making all this money off.
Their songs start charting because of it. There's some TikTok song I heard on the radio and I was like, oh, I know this song.
Yeah, there's so many now. It's literally, if you go top 10 on Spotify or whatever, it's like I think it has to be like undeniably zero competition. The only way, if you're a new artist to try to break a song or an old artist, is to get it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anything can compete.
From us as old people, the era of radio was payola.
Whoa. Speak for yourself.
Yeah. The payola, right? That was like the big thing.
Yeah.
You pay the radio DJs to make sure your songs chart or play. And they just like bribe the DJ, slide them $5K cash, $10K cash, and then all of a sudden your song is played on Power 106 or Kiss FM, whatever.
Yeah.
Is that happening on TikTok? Are the labels paying TikTok?
Oh, yeah. They're paying all of them.
Or paying the influencers or, I don't know. I mean,
I'm saying, are they going straight to corporate, right? It's different. I get everyone's paying the influencers, but like TikTok ultimately determines the algorithm.
Yeah.
Right? So TikTok can make any song the biggest song in the country.
Yeah.
Like you could start singing.
I don't think there's
could sing.
Yeah.
Dee could sing. And if TikTok wanted to make that the song of the country, it could happen.
Yeah. I don't think there's enough money to pay ByteDance to do that.
And I also think that the interesting thing about TikTok, maybe I'm naive here, but is like the reason the algorithm is so good is because it just rewards good content no matter who it came from. So if Dee's song is shitty, it's not gonna, like no one makes a good dance to it or whatever. Like
I think they can feature it. I do think they can feature it on the homepage and give it a push. They can give it the push, but ultimately the product has to work. Either the dance or the song or something, right? Like
or the meme.
Yeah, you could probably pay $10 million and take over the homepage for the next whatever our industry plant friend Harry Styles' next single. Throw it up there.
Industry plant. No, but I watched some of these creators have done like the biggest songs of 2021 and they did the dances to each song.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
They're all the same dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're not
true.
a real dancer, so you don't know.
You're obviously not. You don't have a distinguished dance palette.
Yeah,
but I saw them. They're all doing the exact same moves.
There's like a TikTok style. There's like some boundaries you have to stay within.
That's like saying
like
all
have a little wiggle, do this.
It's racist. It's racist.
What's this?
I don't know. It's
the
so
bunny hop.
Stupid.
It's the bunny hop.
I think it's the dolphin.
That was a dolphin.
Yeah,
that's in every fucking dance.
But let me tell you this. I watched a video that blew my mind where there's this song that goes A, B, C, D, E, F, U, and your mom. And your, okay. So massive song on TikTok, right? The place where this song all started was on TikTok. This unknown artist is sitting in her bedroom on the phone and she says, hey guys, can you send me some ideas? I need some song ideas. And people start sending ideas in the live stream, blah, blah, blah. One of the ideas is, can you make a song using the alphabet? And so the girl goes, yeah, I could do that. A, B, C, D, E, F, U, and your mom, and blah, blah. Oh my gosh. Then builds for the next month, builds into it with the audience. Oh my God, I recorded the song, guys. Oh my gosh, it's coming out tomorrow. It turns out that the person who wrote, the fan who wrote, can you please make a song, is actually a marketing person from the label.
Oh my God.
No way.
So it was all set up.
With a private profile. So it was all set up. They already had the song planned, written, recorded, and they planned a TikTok rollout that worked.
So I guess here's the question.
Fake.
Are we going to find... It is all fake. I completely understand, but like, are we going to find the next young person that wants to spend enough time on their craft to actually be great at something?
Harry Styles.
No, I'm curious. Like, why would you want to like spend 20 hours like writing music and trying to be the best artist when the D'Amelios are making $20 million doing 8-second dances?
I think the only reason why only reason why is because like, if you for whatever reason are drawn to like the look, you know how it was when you were young, like you're just attracted. I don't know why, but I love basketball and I dream of dunking it. Like some kids one kid sees Charlie D'Amelio and says, I dream of dancing in my living room and making $20 million. Totally get it. But another kid still sees like 24K Golden on a stage in front of people and is like, gosh, wouldn't that feel amazing? That's all I can guess is that
kids
you
have different interests. Everyone has different interests. There's going to be
But it's like, who's getting rewarded? So when we were growing up,
everyone gets rewarded.
No, my point is
who gets screwed is like... No.
My point was basically like when we grew up, we idolized people that got rewarded. So we were into sports. So we idolized athletes that, grinded and worked and became super successful at that. And that was something that we fantasized about. What's a kid fantasizing today
Depends
about?
What your interest. That's the beauty of it. There's some dork
like is someone really
fantasizing about Web3.
So who's he?
He's fantasizing about, Ferocious.
Or FaZe Banks. But you know who I think gets screwed here to answer your question on it is the kid who is going to head down the long, insane path to be the next Fortune 500 CEO.
Yes.
That guy's screwed.
I mean, you're talking 40 years.
Yes.
40
years minimum of like educating, taking shit, getting shit on, getting fired, getting...
What's the average S&P 500 age CEO? 55, 60 years old?
Probably late 40s,
sure.
but
Not late 40s.
No way. Fortune 500, it's got to be 50s. And they spent their whole life from middle school to get there.
So when we were 12 or 10 years old, we worshiped Michael Jordan. That's what
58.6.
Okay. They're old.
God. I just think the thing that I think is still attractive on into kids about like exactly. That's it. Why the fuck you're talking about taking exams and going to Ivy League schools and fuck
think about it right now.
ABCDEFU.
You're 18 years old. You just graduated high school. 40 years from now, you have a shot. If you're flawless for the next 40 fucking years, highly educated, work your day ass off, probably can't spend time with your family.
No family, travel, 18-hour days.
Yes.
No
for
vacations.
40 years, you'll be rewarded. Or you could be a plant like the ABCDEFU girl, and you could be famous in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Because I still think, and to your point, I think that there's a huge part of what makes being Michael Jordan so attractive is the fame and the court and the audience and the, like, some people I think kids are always going to be drawn to that. I do think you're probably going to lose some because it's like, why would I go to practice today when I could game with my buddies and be FaZe Banks? But I think who really gets screwed is the future of those people. Or like even like a doctor. Like, why the fuck would you want to try to be like a surgeon? Like, that is insane.
It's so true.
Well, no. Those people, because our friend's a surgeon, it's pure passion because of something happened in his personal life. That is why he chose that path.
Think about
those
how
people
much,
will still exist. But
no,
the other people,
100%, no, 100% they will exist, but that's going to be minimized, right? Because I know so many people when I was in college 20 years ago that just knew being a doctor means you're secure, you never have to worry about money, and you have a job for life. And that was a lot of people that became doctors. There are these passionate people like Hurry who literally went for a specific reason, but that's not the majority.
And think about the fact that you're right. Like the vast majority is this is a secure way to make good money. And even though it's going to take me 20 years, I'll do it. If you are every day looking at kids making way more than you'll ever make as a doctor on TikTok, there's too much distraction. It's like trying to be on a diet and you're just like you're living in a fucking Krispy Kreme. Like there's no way.
I have personal examples of this. I have close friends who were doctors who went through residency, saw all of our business friends making money at doing banking, consulting, and tech. They all fucking left. Yeah. They were like, why am I being a doctor? They left.
Yeah. I think that's where we suffer as a society.
Yeah.
I think doctors it's either like Hari's or fucking nothing. Hari has 5,000 patients.
Hari's got to save the world.
He just does his surgery on Twitch and you just learn how to do it. You're just like,
he literally has to save the planet. He literally has to save the planet.
Literally, him and 4 other dudes.
There aren't that many Hari's, I'm telling you, in the medicine profession.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Okay. Well, listen, I don't know how this all ends up, but I just...
So we have a bunch of Web3, but everyone's dying on the street.
Everyone's dying. It's just literally like you have to look up on Twitch how to do your own surgery. Good luck. But you got your crypto whale, so all good.
By the way, just to give you an example of like the Omicron thing and how crazy it is, everything, and I talked about this in the last episode, like the banks in my neighborhood closed, the restaurants are closed. Everywhere I go, there's no staff, sorry. We're not open today, sorry. Like, this is like you add the resignation issue, you add the fact that people want to do things, work from home.
Yeah,
the labor issue is so big. It's
insane,
and it's going to compound.
It's insane.
I think it's going to be a serious issue.
That's what I was saying at the end of when we stopped recording last week, but it got cut off. Is like half of the people that work for us are out right now.
Yeah.
Like, because everyone has COVID, and like you literally, it's like, oh wait a minute, how do we? Like this thing needs done, that thing needs done. Everyone's literally out.
Yeah, and then what's going to happen is they're out, and they're like, I don't really
this
like
ain't
working.
so bad. Yeah. What did Charlie D'Amelio make?
I'm a savage.
Okay, I'm classy, bougie, and ratchet, I guess. Yeah. They're just at home practicing. Oh,
you could be a dolphin and make $600,000. Like
easy, 100%. You have good lighting and a good dolphin technique. You got $600K coming your way.
I remember there was for one of our brands. Someone was telling me, I saw a video that one of our brands posted, and it got a lot of views, and it looks like it drove traffic and sales. And they had paid him $100 to do a post. So I was like, oh, you should pay him more money. It worked. His rate went from $100 to $1,000 in 1 month.
Oh yeah. I deal with that so often. There's one person that I'm thinking of that we work with that was like doing things for next to just like a tag for a favor. And then the rate was like 10K a video a month later.
That's insane. There's so many people. If you get one 10K video a month.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Why would you be a doctor?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, shout out to Kevin in New York. He's a police officer in Queens. And he has a TikTok page called Only Raising Kings. And I follow it just randomly because he's just funny. And I just one day.
Oh, yeah, I do. I follow him too. He's hysterical.
And I followed him. And then just the other day, I saw he followed me back. And then he wrote me and was like, dude, what's up? I love group chat.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
He's really funny.
Kevin. Yeah.
He's really funny.
He's a fan of the show and he's really funny. So he's probably making, a couple $100K a year. I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
It's funny.
Well, we'll have him on to talk about.
Maybe he'll reveal his financial
his income. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Speaking of that, college.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we talked about this like probably a couple of years ago. We started going hard on college, but it hasn't gone anywhere. Meaning, people are over it. Enrollment just continues to shrink. I think after everything we just talked about, it's for obvious reasons. But it's an ongoing change.
So here we go. Compared with last year, college undergraduate programs lost 465,000 students, or 3.1% of their total. Since the start of the pandemic, 7% decline in enrollment. That's a lot. Nationwide, there's 14.4 million undergraduate students. That's a shitload of people.
Small colleges have to get absolutely crushed over the next 5-10 years, right?
Yeah. Okay. The top 5 undergraduate majors that saw the decline. The number 1 was liberal arts.
Yeah, I mean, why would you go to college to study liberal arts?
Yeah, you can learn that on your own.
You can learn that on YouTube, podcasts,
literally YouTube.
Internet.
Enrollment in computer science and psychology increased 1.3% and 2.5%, which is nuts. It should increase 50%.
Yeah, but at least there's still some heroes out there.
Yeah. Total fall enrollment increased in only 4 states: Arizona, Colorado, New Hampshire, and South Carolina. States with the steepest declines: Wyoming, Vermont, and Delaware.
Huh. The hell are they doing?
I think
not far from your hometown.
When our kids are of age,
far.
Is it? I don't even know where Rhode Island is.
You just put them all in. You're like, you're not too far from
Rhode
your neck of
Island
the
and
woods.
They're not here. They must be near Rhode
If
Island.
it's not LA or New
Delaware
York, it's
seem
like
Rhode Island and Delaware seem like they're neighbors.
No, not really. I've been to Delaware once.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Sleepy Joe.
I mean, why would you? I don't know, man. If you were a young person who had some, self-esteem and felt like you were capable of figuring stuff out, and you see everything that you see in the news and on your social media, why the fuck would you go to college? Especially if you don't have like a dream or a passion, why would you do it?
I agree with you.
I'm just saying, like, practically.
I've been saying this since the podcast started.
Right,
before it was cool to say.
I don't think Harvard enrollment is down.
No, so I think what's going to ultimately happen is like these prestigious colleges like Harvard, Stanford just become rich kid like
playgrounds,
summer camp.
Yeah,
I mean that's what it is.
It's just
so
summer
you all get
camp
to meet each other. You join the Skull and Bones.
Yeah. It's
do
just
a little
rich
hazing.
There's no learning going on. We all know that.
By the way, the other interesting thing about this article, it says graduate student program so there's 2.8 million graduate students in the country. There's an uptick of 100,000 kids in graduate programs since the start of the pandemic. That's a pretty big jump.
What are they studying?
Probably computer science. Probably more PhDs and
Web3. You guys teach Web3 here? Is this centralized or no?
Look, I never went to school for computer science, but I did study finance. There's nothing I learned in college within finance that I learned better outside of finance.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have gotten those opportunities. If you had not gone to college.
100% I wouldn't have got opportunities. My point is just actual learning. I learned nothing in the handful of finance classes I took. Then I went and took a finance job, and I learned a lot.
Yeah. But here's the problem is no one's going to college and no one's taking the job. So how are you going to learn that shit?
It's almost like the value is like 80% just being around other people who want to learn about finance and that networking and where that takes you and where people are looking to hire people for that. And then 20% is the actual knowledge.
Yeah, because I would assume it's similar to computer science. Like if you go
You're learning on your own, yeah.
Yeah, you go to Stanford, you take 10 computer science classes, you probably have a little bit of a foundation, but then you go intern at Roblox, you actually learn what the fuck computer science is.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount all these like Redditors and stuff knew and know about stocks and shorts and like, it's impressive. And I would, maybe I'm wrong here. I'm just guessing, but it seems like most of those people are self-taught.
Well, you don't
from
learn
looking
that
stuff
shit in
up
college.
online.
You don't learn anything about trading in college.
You don't learn anything about anything in college.
Yeah.
Really, you don't? You just learn like basic finance and then you
I
go
mean,
work
I did
somewhere
not
and
know
learn?
how to poke a hole in a beer and shotgun it till I got to college.
That's
I
what you
learned beer
learned.
pong.
That's what you took away?
I have a good beer pong.
Yeah.
I could
Good follow through.
I could, you had to do like the headstand with the beer to the head. I wouldn't have learned that.
And I learned a lot about college football.
Yeah. I became obsessed with college football.
Got it. Okay, well, hey, so it looks like you are learning. So Wyoming, get with it.
I learned what a cover 2 is, and a 3-4 defense, all that stuff. That's what I learned in college.
Okay, all right. Well, there's some upside. Yeah, I just don't see why you would do it.
I always say, and I'm being dead serious. When someone asked me, why did you choose to go to USC? One was I knew I wanted to live in LA the rest of my life, so I wanted to be close. So I was like, what's the point of going far away? My ultimate decision was 25 years from now, when I graduate college, my only connection to the school is going to be football. I need to go to a school that has a good football program. Because
that's how you thought?
I swear to God,
yeah, he actually did. I remember this.
And guess what? We have the #1 fucking recruiting class in the country, and I'm going to go hang out with my fellow Trojans at every game this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to the opener.
Yeah, exactly.
We have plans.
And think about it. Like, we have the best coach. We're getting the best players. Feel the energy at our school. It's hot.
Are you back on USC?
Yeah.
Dee's
my
fully
God.
back.
Oh, yeah.
USC is the greatest university. Let's fucking go. We're going to win a national title in the next 2 years.
I'm taking a picture with Massimo and Lori Laughlin and putting it up in my goddamn house.
Oh, my God. You spent the last 3 years just bashing.
Well, it's because the football program sucked.
Yes.
I told you when we learn college football, I know cover 2s and 3-4 defenses. And I know finance.
And I know Caleb Williams might come to USC.
Oh my God. He's back.
We were watching the national title game on Monday, and we were just texting like, wow, USC's going to be there in 2 years.
Wow.
Next year.
Well, congrats. I feel good. It's kind of like when someone gets reunited with their long lost.
Oh, I'm so excited to go to that home opener. And throw out my victory sign.
That photo of you in maroon and gold. You might have to change. You might have to take the Harvard down.
We'll be on.
I'm gonna have to put as soon as football season comes up.
Yeah, USC's got to be back.
Yeah.
Wow,
we're hot.
Wow. And just like that. All right, we're hot. All I ask is that when you have the full Trojan outfit, you post it.
Yeah,
at the stadium. I want to see the whole experience.
With the whole experience, yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right, let's wrap it up with some winners, losers, and content. Dee, who's your winner for the last week?
My winner is Kanye. So,
why? Does he have an album coming out tonight?
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
I thought Donda 2 is coming.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, my winner is, one, obviously the last couple weeks, just the concert, and just seeing him all over. But I saw Kanye, obviously he's on like a dating spree.
Yeah.
Which is just phenomenal content.
And doing photo shoots at dinner dates and stuff.
Photo shoots at dinner dates. Then I think what really kicked it off for me last night, Kanye was at Delilah.
Wow.
He was with Floyd Mayweather.
Wow.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown.
Love it.
And it is I
think Evan Ross too.
Okay. I didn't see him in the video. And I'm looking at this video and I'm like, man, like, and everyone's posting the video and everyone's posting the pictures and like the Kanye Gap, Balenciaga. It's just like, here's a guy that like 4 years ago when he wore the red hat, I was one of those people who said, oh man, this guy's toast. He's canceled. Yeah. He's done. He's this.
He's as untouchable as it gets.
He really is.
The guy, literally, it'd be like, here's a challenge. Are you so untouchable that you can wear a MAGA hat and take a photo with Trump in the Oval Office and still survive?
Yeah. It's almost like a challenge. Like he's like, I could literally do anything and I'll build myself up to be back to being the biggest thing ever.
Who else could do that?
No. And and it's just an obsession we have with Kanye. It's like,
weird.
It's just, I don't know. He feels like a Michael Jackson type figure.
Yeah. He really does. I think I don't know. He
did punch someone in the face last night though.
Really?
After Delilah?
At Soho Warehouse in downtown. I guess a fan was like harassing him and he punched him in the face.
So was that before Delilah or after?
No, that's like 3 a.m.
Kanye punched a person?
Yeah. I know. It's like criminal battery. I see all the
whatever.
charges.
Just that guy's don't bother Kanye at fucking 3 a.m.
Wow. Okay. Anand, who's your winner?
I mean, my winner is just going to be Delilah for having that kind of...
yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
That kind of star power. And I mean, think about the images around the world. Who didn't see that video?
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like Madonna and Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just crushing it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, good for them. But hey, look, mine's with the same story. Mine's AB.
Yeah. AB's hot.
I mean, look, another day, it's kind of a little bit of a Kanye. Like another day and age, that guy takes off his shirt, walks out of the stadium. You never hear from him again. He is only talked badly by the team. The story is he absolutely lost his mind and see you later. And now he's a bigger celebrity than he's ever been.
Yeah, he really is it. This last week, it's just like unbelievable the coverage this guy's gotten.
Unbelievable. I mean, he got his Fashion Nova deal. He's out with Kanye making music. I mean, life for him this week has to be one of the best weeks of his life.
Yeah.
10 years ago, you never hear from him again. He runs out of money. You see him on a special about CTE and going broke.
Still possible.
Still possible. But at least he had a couple good weeks.
Yeah. He had a good night.
He had a great night. I'm sure he did. Losers. Dee, who's your loser for the last week?
My loser is Prince Andrew.
Mine too.
He's been entangled with all the Epstein kind of chaos. The Queen has agreed to strip the Duke of York of his honorary military roles and royal patronages, no longer be called His Royal Highness in any official capacity.
Later, bitch.
That's going to be a big blow to Andrew.
Big blow. That's what his whole life is about.
His whole life is about that. I just can't believe it took till now.
True.
What did the Queen finally come to the conclusion on?
I think the official legal pursuit is something you just can't ignore.
Yeah.
It's like if the law, if they don't actually take action, you can always kind of just deny it and tuck him in the basement. But now, I mean, it's over.
Yeah.
And Ghislaine, I mean, she's guilty. She's going to jail for a long time. I mean,
how long does she live?
It's a good question.
I think she lived a while. I feel
kind of like Forbes for me. It's a big spread. She could live 3 more months, or she could live
50 years.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's my loser too. Anand, who's yours?
My loser is just the media covering COVID.
Yeah,
because it's the way they're talking about hospitalization data is just completely not authentic and not accurate. So the way it works right now, if you go to any hospital in the country, they automatically test you for COVID. So you could break a leg and show up to the hospital and test positive for COVID.
Yeah.
And you're now considered a COVID hospitalization patient.
Yeah.
Which we need to distinguish between who's actually in the hospital for COVID and who's just testing positive.
Yeah.
And it's dictating public policy. USC was playing Stanford in basketball yesterday, which is a university with kids ages 18 to 22, and the stands were empty because they didn't let them in because of COVID. But then you go down 40 miles to the Warriors Stadium when Klay Thompson comes back, it's a packed arena.
That's the dumbest thing in the world.
So, and it's a packed arena with old rich guys.
And also no one's dying. It wasn't it's not like if everyone in Florida was just dying, it'd be okay, we need different rules here. Let Florida go ahead and be crazy. But your data is not any worse.
Yeah. And I think people are just so stubborn and trying to evolve how data works. And the fact that Stanford had an empty arena in a college basketball game yesterday is shameful.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a control thing. I think it really it gave people a lot of power, like in certain positions. Whoever makes the call on the arena or whoever makes the call on this. And I think people just exercise it. They don't look at like the bigger picture and really take in all the data and be like, oh, it looks like it's probably safe to do that. Like you just exercise. It reminds me of like mall cops or like security guards that get really feisty. It's like, hey man, I get it. Like you got a little bit of power and you're just exercising it. It feels like that to me.
Yep.
Like we're not even taking a look at the data and like no one's talking about, I don't know if this is true at all, so don't quote me, but like I thought I heard someone say the other day that like global deaths from Omicron is like 10. And if that is even close to the truth, then we
10x it, 100x it.
Sure, please. And if that's even close to the truth, we have to universally agree that like we can't blow this out of proportion. And actually the best thing we could probably do is get it.
Yeah, we all did.
How did Bob Saget
We're doing
die,
our part.
by the way? Yeah, we did. We did our part. Bob Saget, there's a huge conspiracy on TikTok that Bob Saget died from his booster shot.
God.
I'm just saying. Bob was on a podcast and he said like, oh, I just got my booster. I'm going to Florida. I'm doing a tour. And then he tragically passes away. And so people are like really connecting that.
Oh God.
I did see he's universally loved.
Loved.
A lot of celebrities gave some really great. Jimmy Kimmel did a great bit. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I saw a clip of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem different. Like I think a lot of times celebrities pass away and people are like, oh, we love them or we love that show. But like something he did, he really made people feel appreciated.
Yeah, that's great.
Rest in peace. Content. Dee, what should everyone check out this weekend?
I don't know when it came out, but the newest edition of Narcos Mexico I started watching.
Yeah, I watched that during my Omicron.
Wow.
Good.
Wow. I'm very fast. You know, I don't really like violence in
I'm surprised
my
actually,
content.
There's
like something about drug cartel violence that doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Wow. There's a pass.
And you
there's a pass I give for the
and
cartel.
you actually put your phone down and read the subtitles?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to, huh? You can't passively watch that.
No, that's why. I mean, it takes me a long time to get through one episode.
1 hour is 4 hours.
Yeah. It's days to get through one episode.
He's like, I've watched half of an episode. It seems great.
But the rise of El Chapo is quite entertaining.
Yeah. It's a good show.
It's such a good show. It's so well done. And
they're all good. There's so many narcos and they're all good.
Yeah, I mean, just... there's a drug problem in America.
Yeah, you think? Like it's on season 57, Narcos Miami.
Yeah, I mean, like it seems like Narcos could go on for another 100 years.
It can. It's still going. There's currently an El Chapo right now, whoever it is.
Well, I was thinking about it. There's going to be like the El Chapo of China who's funneling in fentanyl.
Right.
Oh, yeah, there is. There is El Chapos. That book, Anna, you're the one who told me to read it, that Fentanyl Inc. book.
Yeah.
And then there's one other one I read. There's 100% that. But they're more like, picture like one of your vendors. Picture like the biggest vendor you have that's probably making a lot of money and doing really well and running all these factories. It's that, except for he's making fentanyl instead of jeans.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anand, content.
Content. So it's my favorite movie of all time. I've watched it probably 1,000 times, and I watched it this week. A Few Good Men. And what it made me realize, the acting that goes on in that movie compared to the acting that we reward today, it's like night and day. Like if you see, I mean, that movie had Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson, Kiefer Sutherland, Demi Moore, even Cuba Gooding Jr. is in it.
Yeah.
And you just see the quality of acting, and that was like a big movie in the 90s. And then you look at a big movie in 2021 and you look at the acting, and I'm not going to say names. There's people that come to mind. I'm like, I can't believe these guys are the biggest stars.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there's no words. In most of the movies, like, do you think there's words in a Marvel movie?
No, but even words. Like a lawyer movie, like there's lawyer movies with stars that we know, And I'm just like, you compare that to Tom Cruise's scene where he's thundering at Jack Nicholson? Like, give me a break.
Yeah. You know what's
because you have like Charlie D'Amelio doing lip syncing on TikTok. And you're like, I'll take that. I'll take that career path.
And those kids, they were like in their 20s.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise was in his 20s.
Not Jack Nicholson.
But Tom Cruise was in his 20s when that movie was made.
Well, that was a different time where like
craft actually mattered.
No, you had to be good at whatever you did to get the role. Otherwise, you didn't get the role.
Stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's like dolphin.
dolphin.
You go to an acting class in Hollywood. All right, everyone, dolphin positions.
Everybody.
By the way, you want to see a good movie? Another content, Being the Ricardos. It's about Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz on Amazon.
I've heard that.
It's fucking incredible. I mean, I watched every episode of I Love Lucy 10 times growing up. But like Nicole Kidman and
Javier Bardem.
It was
incredible. If you talk about people who are they're acting today that deserve every award they receive, Javier Bardem. Oh my God.
Both of them did
so we're just going to like eliminate this craft, right? Because of the dolphin?
I think it'll just get a little washed. Like I think you'll have a lot more shitty actors. Yeah. I think you'll just have a lot more shitty ones. And then you'll have a couple Javier Bardems.
Yeah, exactly. But look at
who's studying in like the London
Juilliard?
Mythology
idiots,
of acting or whatever. Like, are we gonna get that person again?
Yes, there's gonna be some passionate person. They're honing in their craft. I'm sure there'll always be that. It'll just be less people.
Yeah.
Some more shitty movies, and we'll have a diamond.
I mean, look what we like The Rock.
Yeah. I think you'll have a lot of rocks. I think you have a lot of rocks. Like The Rock isn't necessarily like the greatest actor, but he just, he's a celebrity. He has a social media following. He can probably dolphin if you asked him.
I guarantee you, The Rock can dolphin on the spot.
I bet he can.
And he's like, all right, give me my 30 million.
Like, just in case.
30, it's probably 50 million.
50 million for one dolphin.
You don't think any of the Stranger Things kids will grow up to be like phenomenal actors?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think one or two.
I feel like you look at like Leo, and like
they'll
exist. Trajectory there.
I don't think they'll exist. I don't think every movie will just be dog shit. I just think it's
most movies now are dog shit though.
Well, no, the only movies that can actually release in theatrical in theaters are these blockbusters.
That's true.
So
movies kind of suck right now.
You'll never be able to go to a theater and discover this like great film. You're like, oh my God, that was so cool.
The math doesn't make sense for that.
Exactly. No, I know the economics changed.
Yeah.
So it has to be Spider-Man. It has to be Marvel. It has to be like Avengers.
And everyone else can dolphin.
Yeah.
The movie Last Night in Soho. Watch that one.
Okay.
It's an Edgar Wright. It's incredible. It's
new?
Anya Taylor-Joy. Yeah. I saw it in theaters. Theater was empty. But it was incredible. It was probably one of the. It's like a bit of a thriller. It takes place in like fashion in London, but this Anya Taylor-Joy is like this alternate version of the main character who is every time she goes to sleep, she like has this vivid dream of the 60s and starts realizing that she's like got a window into the past. And it's like honestly one of the most like impressive, like the twist, I never saw it coming. The acting's superb. It's really good.
I'm excited. No dolphin.
No dolphining. It's the opposite
Edgar
of dolphin.
Wright. He's good.
If you want to stop the dolphins, watch more movies like Last Night in Soho.
Yeah.
Okay, mine is, I'm going to go full jock mode. There's a big UFC fight this weekend. Cyril Gane versus Francis Ngannou. It's in Anaheim.
Are you going?
I'm not going to go. I still don't really want to be around all the fucking...
You got
UFC
it.
fights.
Yeah.
No, I don't worry about that. It's just that UFC fights are very... like a lot of like high energy, fight energy, it's a lot. I'm not ready for it.
Okay.
That's all I can say. But I'm going to be watching it from the comfort of my home. It's a really exciting fight. They're both really big fighters. And
what weight class?
Up there. I don't know if they're heavyweights, but they're high up.
They're big dudes.
Big boys. Yeah.
So someone's getting knocked out.
Someone's getting knocked out. Yeah, for sure. So it'll be good. So hopefully we'll get a highlight. Maybe you guys will see it on your Instagrams.
Yeah, I'll wait for it on Twitter.
Okay. Well, there it is. I'm excited. That's it. We got any shout outs?
Nope.
Okay. Good stuff. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure if you run into Dee out and about, you ask him about Web3.
Actually, yeah. If you want a shout out, come to the Run Club. We're going to finally start that again.
Nice.
When's that?
To
go the last 2 weeks. Saturday at Santa Monica and Doheny.
What time?
9 a.m.
Okay. All right. Be there and talk about Web3 for literally the whole 3 miles or whatever. You just like
so Web3. Shockingly, Run Club talk is a lot of Web3.
Yeah.
A lot
Run
of
Club
Web3.
is all sandbox and Web3.
Yeah, it's big Web3.
Gosh. Okay.
I don't mind the Web3 talk. Just don't talk to me Coachella weekend.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. Thank you guys, and we will see ya Sunday.